Hello and welcome back to Railway Empire 2. It is chapter 2 and there goes our express from London Euston all the way up to Liverpool. I believe that's what one that is. Maybe. The question I'm asking myself today is, have I overdone it with the initial build on our network? I hope not, because I'm happy with the actual build itself. You can sort of see it off there in the snowy distance. Today we need to hook up York. They're all of our trains, but before we do that, fun little tip from one of you guys in the comments, and that is, if you bring up the additional overlays, we can change our train colours. There we go. Yeah, those coloured in red were fully loaded at least once on their last tour, but they're all coloured based on their utilisation. So we've got green trains for express, I believe. Yeah, oh, he's coming out this way on the way to Euston. Interesting. I think I'd prefer him to go that way. We can waypoint him. There are our freight trains. What are you? You shouldn't be freight, should you? No, I'm not sure why you are yellow. But anyway, they are coloured. I don't know why he's that colour. But at least you can see our express trains, as he's an express. Have I set him wrong? No, he's an express. Maybe he'll change to green eventually. Right, should we get this connection bonus and then we'll check on stuff. It's going to be a really rough climb all the way up to Manchester. I do like that our trains are coloured, regardless of whether it's accurate or not. Perhaps it's not green for express, perhaps it's because they're not loaded. So green is there running fairly empty, yellow is there about mid, and then red would be full. Perhaps that's more likely. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it and see if that's true. But yes, the climb from York to Manchester is going to be rough. Making this connection and getting that bonus is going to allow us to build more lines and maybe get Oxford in. A collision with another building because of this station and its platforms that creep out. So we'll get this in and we'll try and make the best of it, considering the grade. We might be better off using this station at the end, as then we don't get in the way of our other trains, do we? So we can split the load a little bit. It will still count, and passengers, I do believe, will cross over once they get there. I'm not sure on that. I know they do transfer from the same station. I'm not sure whether they'll hop stations unless there's a hotel involved. You'll have to let me know in the comments. We can have a 0% grade, interestingly, but at 263,000 when money is tight, we're going to have to wiggle jiggle a little bit, or a lot of bit, and avoid this tunnel, which is the big expense. We got rid of it. Now we need to get the maximum speed up. Is that 0%? Really? I take it back, guys. Somehow I've managed to get us a 0% grade and no tunnel. I'm absolutely going to take it. The music just got really epic then. Is that because I managed to somehow pull this off? Build it. I will absolutely take that. Right, we're not going to double track it. We're just going to send one. Ooh. Yeah, we're just going to send one train backwards and forwards. We could send beer to them, but money is tight and we've still got to put the express on. So yeah, we're going to not do that. We're just going to send us the train out. It looks like the AI own that beer place, the distillery. Not the distillery, it'll be the brewery, wouldn't it? Yeah. Distillery is the apples and sugar. So we'll wait until we can afford a new train, start at Manchester, plus it's downhill, and go to York. Let's get us an express train on. We could buy the one without caboose, but I think we'll earn enough money from our trains that are busy doing their stuff, enough to get this running. The extra power would be nice. A little bit more speed, isn't it? Less maintenance requirements. And the fact that we can't afford to build maintenance depots yet is a little worrying. We'll start in Birmingham perhaps, as that has the most trains running to it. Oh, we're just shy. Look at that. I mean, we could always run it without the caboose, to be fair. We are super short on cash, aren't we? Let's fast forward. We've got trains heading in that are about to pay out. There we go. Quick, get him. Of course, he was complaining about there's no direction of travel, but that's fine. 250,000 heading our way. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is how busy they are, isn't it? There we go. We got it. That was lovely. Right. Shall we get a connection into Birmingham as well? I guess this would be a reason to run our express out of Birmingham to London, but I still don't like that we interact with the freight over there. Do we have the freight running? We do, don't we? I might change this to actually run with half a load. I still feel like we'll make enough profit, but it'll keep them fed, won't it? Yeah, until we can hook them to someone else as well. We can send another train out to maybe Liverpool and Manchester. 2 separate trains. And eventually turn this into maybe some sort of transfer. Especially to get to Cambridge. We'll see. But let's change his orders. We're going to tidy a few things up and change him to 4. We should still make profit on 4 carloads. Now, I had a thought about this one. Once we've got this train in... What are you doing? Are you broke down? No, you've got it paused. Once we've got this train in, we can delete this station, and I'm feeling like moving it outside here and saving a little bit on our track build. Yeah, that might be a good idea. As soon as we get the cash for this, we can also reset him then. It's a nice 14,000. Right, let's delete this. We're going to get 52,000 back plus the station. Oh, they're 47.5k. I thought they were 50k, but we've got bonuses. And now we can move this one. Yeah, easily. We can move this one out here, can't we? And a little closer, hopefully. Right on the tip there. And now we can get in like that. There we go. Only 30k. When money is this tight, it's worth the saving, isn't it? Is our train okay? Are you broke? Maybe. Rail line incomplete. I'll hit play. No, you've found it. Beautiful. Okay, Oxford for further income, as well as getting cloth around our network. If we can get cloth into London and Birmingham, at the very least, then that's going to be a little bit of extra profit for us and the money we need currently. We're probably better off going round this way, aren't we? If we can get in there. Yeah, we'll see what sort of line this makes. I would like to double track it if we can get away with it. And we're just going to fall into our current line. Keep it relatively straight to Birmingham. Build that. We'll see how much it costs. We've only got to pay for this extra platform once. So coming out the other end into London should be a little cheaper. Okay, so far so good. We might utilise a mixed service for this. We don't want to head up there, or do we? We might need to get into London. Do I want to go direct is the question. Probably not. It might be better to get onto this existing line. Well, that's going to cost us 67,000. How much would it cost us to go all the way up, say, to the bridge? Well, it's not much more, is it? How much to go in there, then? Yeah, well, okay, it's not pleasant. Especially to get max speed. We've also got the grade issues. And it's going to make us a tunnel. Unless we can avoid that little patch there. Oh, that's way more expensive. It looked impressive. Until you have to take the grades out. What if we bring this around? Be a wiggle jiggle moment incoming. Now, I'll take the cheaper one, guys. There we go. 75,000. We've kept the earthworks down a little bit. And we've got maximum speed on our turns as well. Perhaps I should set up the express first and save this one. Yeah, let's save that one. I like the idea of that. Do I? Yes. We'll save that. Direction of travel for our new line. We don't have to do it on our other one. You're just going to pop into Birmingham. We'll start with freight. And then we'll add an express service as well. We're going to have to really seriously think about getting at least one depot on our line. Or perhaps two. And some supply towers as well. Right, new service. Freight first. Yeah, we'll get Birmingham growing. I like the idea of that. And we'll stick you as a freight. We will be holding up the express on here. Do you know, it really might be worth going so we can take a bit of everything. Because these are not too bad, especially the Jenny Lind there. It's got a decent top speed. Its popularity is decent as well. Yeah, and its reliability is through the roof. So, do you know, bit of mixture on our lines. I like it. We don't have to worry about a caboose or anything. We can just take whatever we can. Especially considering how much they cost. But this is sort of saving us, isn't it? Early on. And might do that with some of our other trains as well. What are you going to take? I guess we should say she for Jenny. Yeah, Jenny Lind. You're going to take some passengers. 40 passengers. 40 mail. And more passengers. Hopefully some cloth as well. I mean, if we do have half and half on cloth. There we go. If you do this, I'll be really happy. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. These are lighter anyway, the passengers and mail cars. So it sort of evens it out a little bit. I might change our expresses to, say, Manchester and stuff as well. Don't really want to do it with the trip to Liverpool. Although, how are we doing on that? 39 of 60. Is that the one from... Yeah, we still haven't quite done it, have we? No. That is where we're at. Oh, no, we're 6 off. Come on. I'm a little worried now. Are we going to fail this early on? No, it's December, Grand. You've got one journey to make. Oxford is miserable. What's up with your Oxford? You might get happier when you get some of this meat from Birmingham. And some of this beer from London in a bit. We can afford to get that line in. And do I want to double track that? Probably not, given what we're doing at the moment. We can always double track it later. It was more the main lines that I wanted to get. I wanted to get double tracked and leave them double tracked. But in this situation, we might be okay to just filter into the main line. What would that be? The West Coast main line, sort of. That way. Does pass through Birmingham, doesn't it? And splits. I've actually made the West Coast main line. Look at me go. Right then. 47k so far. How much are we going to need for our mixed service? I sort of like this on this playthrough. Automatic, yeah. I'm going to have to get used to doing that. Jenny Lind is the choice for automatic. We're only 9k short. Hopefully we'll get some income. There we go. Let's get you running. Yeah, we've got... It's fine. It always complains about direction of travel. I guess the two stations we would like to put our first repair buildings in would be London and Birmingham. That should see to almost everyone. Birmingham would see to Manchester, Liverpool and Murray Station. This freight line we've got going. Do we have a passenger line from Birmingham to Liverpool? We don't have a direct line, no. Look at all the clothing or the cloth going to London there. Goodness me. How are you doing on your speed anyway compared to our freight? Well, do you know, he may be heading downhill, she may be heading downhill, but that is faster than our freight train fully loaded with freight. I might change these over from the GM. I mean, we've seen him. There he is. He's not loading much at the moment, but it looks like the Jenny Lind might be the loco of choice for freight. The issue I have there is it's going to keep picking the freight train, the specialised freight train, over the Jenny Lind when you do set it to freight. But I guess I could change my order around the way I do that. Yeah, that's an option, isn't it? I could just not set the line type. Okay, let's get our first maintenance depot in. Oh, they're 76,000, yeah, because we've got cheaper stuff, haven't we? And let's stick that to 80% so they're always topping off. Okay, I think I've resolved our situation. You're only down to 78% and you don't need water yet. Although, as I say that, someone does. Each locomotive's required. Yeah, I'm about to deal with that. We can afford one, maybe two. They're 28.5k. Almost can afford two. Where do we want to put this? We don't want to trip over each other too much, do we? I mean, ideally, we'd want one here. But possibly early on, we would want it back here, wouldn't we? Yeah, I don't want to reset our train is the problem, but he's going to run out of fuel anyway. This is the whole issue I've got with modifying lines. Because you have... Look at how many people you're taking now. But this is to complete our first task, so... They don't run too much slower without water, thankfully. Yeah, he's running at 36 miles an hour. And if you place a supply tower down or make any changes to a track, an existing track, such as delete a section or even branch into it, your train can reset. Which when you're trying to go for achievements like this, or the tasks, who is that? Oh, that's Birmingham to London Euston. I thought it was the other one. Where's our other one? Where's our express? I got all excited. It's not even the right train.
Is that what you consider a task completed? Well, if you say so. I see that you've created a coherent network out of this tangled nonsense. At least you have not disappointed my initial expectations. Now, don't think to rest on your laurels. You need to consolidate this success.
Goodness me, everything has just happened all at once. It's leading me to believe we should start hooking up our industries or rural businesses to London. That would be key, wouldn't it, early on? I love the way he's praising our network and stuff. And meanwhile, there's a flashing exclamation point over all of our locos that are just running dry. And about to run... Ooh, perhaps if they run out of oil, we're in bigger trouble. Yeah, I don't think it's wise to run without water, though. Okay, so we'll go with the expansion. We need to focus on those optional tasks as well. Which I passively we're probably going to do the first one, reaching 120,000 citizens in London just by hooking up all the necessary industries. Achieve 3 cities with 100,000 or more citizens in your rail network. That's an interesting one. I like it's 100,000 rather than 120,000 like the previous one. And get our company value up to 30 million coins. Alright. So let's focus on a bit of London, and before we do any of that, we've really got to sort out our supply tower issue. We have at least got one repair building on our network. But yeah, we've got to sort out the Dover one as well. So we're going to have to give those an express train, more than likely. I like the idea of using are you running full? Yeah, look at this. Of using the mixed trains to start with on this map, particularly given how much the express costs, and especially for these short journeys, until you can afford to quad track it perhaps. And I feel like, oh, he's running at 26, but you're empty. Yeah, I don't even do we have a full one or a partially full one running? No, all of our trains are just not doing anything. Okay, where are we going to have our first supply tower? This would cover a lot of trains, wouldn't it? 3 trains. This is possibly the best approach, isn't it, right now? Try and encompass as many trains as possible with our supply towers. Yes, it's going to slow them down. So is running with no supplies. That's just going to slow them down further. So we'll get you on there. Another one would be a good one here if we shift where this train goes. Like I said at the beginning, the Birmingham to London, Houston, and we send this hopefully out this way. I hope there's no reason it's going that way. Do you work that way? Yeah, you do. Oh, that's pleasant. It's like a turnaround, isn't it? And maybe I'll do that. No, just keep it away from the freight grounds. You're getting excited for no reason. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure if that is technically quicker or not. I sort of prefer it this way anyway. We could send this mixed and take some meat into London. Does it necessarily need to be anything else? No. Depends what he's been... Let's just confirm that. You're not running very full at all, are you? I'll tell you what then. Let's change you to... Not manual. We don't need to get that min-maxy at the moment. Let's change you to mixed so you start to take some freight. Since you are sharing the line up there. Yeah, I like that. Let's change you to Jenny Lind. We get a refund as well of 20k. There we go. So you're now the Jenny Lind. You are currently being loaded. Your orders might not apply just yet. These are all going to go, thankfully. We've got a supply tower just there now. Is there anybody at it? Not yet. So, is that... What train is that? That is going to London Euston. That is our express. I'd probably like to keep him as an express train. Although mixed is looking favourable. Heading out of London. I guess now that we've achieved our task, it might not be a bad idea. Yeah. That's not how scroll bars work. It should scale. Don't pick on their scroll bars. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, guys. We're gonna get some money back. We're gonna run... Ooh, no. These do like 37 odd. Well, when they're watered anyway, when they've got supplies. But our guys are all picking up water. This will only be an issue while we've only got a couple of supply towers on the routes, but it will keep things moving at the very least. We can have one down this end of London too. I'd like that train to get past the track because I'm always concerned we're gonna reset our trains, or perhaps it will flip. On the plus side, Birmingham is growing quite nicely. We do need to get this set up over at Dover and London though, urgently. Although, is it counting what we're delivering from Oxford? Yeah, so it might count what we're delivering from Birmingham too. Now we've got that mixed. Okay, that's going to work for us. That's going to work. Let's get an early supply tower on that line. Did you flip? No. More goodies to hook up. We're not going to be able to sort out warehousing yet. I believe the best choice would be to try and hook these in as direct as possible. Just to London and to Dover, perhaps. This is awful to get by here, isn't it? We might be able to squeeze a single track in there. Maybe. It's gonna be tricky, but money's an issue. Yeah, let's see where we can sit here. It doesn't matter if all of the tracks are not accessible, as long as we can sort of navigate round these guys somehow. And we need to get it as close as possible because we don't get paid for distance, we get paid for delivery. Okay, this might work. We're going to have to head down probably, aren't we? Well, let's see. Let's hook you in. I don't know what sort of... Well, that's pleasant. Can we just drop you a little bit? Yeah, well, we keep it like that. Okay, I don't want you to lose too much speed on here. We're only going to need a single track into the back of London. Hey, that's impressive. Build you, and we can at least get corn delivered. Nothing special for now. I do miss the ability to place single one-way signals here. We could have much better networks, but I guess this could be gameplay. Let's do the 4 again so that we are at least taking it more often. And it keeps them topped up then, doesn't it? Especially if we max this corn out as well. Choose a locomotive. For this little run, the super cheap. Is it super cheap? How much is the Jenny Lind? Yeah. The super cheap G&M. It might be ideal. I know it's flat and everything, but yeah. We can surely make a bit more money from this. The reliability does scare me a lot. Maintenance requirements are 23% though. Oh, they're only 17% on the... Do you know, the Jenny Lind just seems like a better loco overall. And as considering this is flat, do you know what? Consumption, 0%. What about this? The same, 0%. Yeah, maintenance requirements, only 17%. I love you, Jenny. Alright, you get on there. We do want you freight. Yeah, there we go. It's a little bit more expensive, but I sort of like the reliability and I like everything else that's going on with that loco. Now, we've got to get passengers into London from Dover, and this is just rough, isn't it? We definitely don't want to go this side because bridges and tunnels are not something we want to be wasting our money on today. Yeah, we can't even afford the station, so we might want to hit play. But we've got to get in there, haven't we? It's another connection, at the very least. We cannot afford that, unfortunately. It might be something we do. Well, thinking about it, we can take another bond out, guys. Should we do it and get Cambridge in on the action as well? Well, the more trains we've got running, and as long as we keep them singular, they're going to bring beer into the equation, which I like. It's no good for London, but heading that way, it will be decent enough, won't it? Okay, so we can hook into Cambridge, and we've got vegetables there and milk. London will need milk. We need them to grow. And we just need to get this Dover situation rectified, and it's going to be absolutely miserable. But will we need more than one train is what I'm not sure of. I mean, more than one track. And can we get past here? I mean, it might be a tight squeeze, but if that squeeze is doable, then I'll take it. We can always have a mixed service and run through the grain for both cities. It might be possible. Oh, look at that, guys. Am I going to do this? I'm not sure if we can double track this because we are super close. Let's just bring that up. Yeah, we are super close to the end of this station, and I don't know how close we can get this. If we drop that, will you? No, you're doing weird bendy stuff, aren't you? We get that really close. Okay, some wiggle jiggle was done. I'm going to see if we can double track it. I don't think so because of this station, but we've got it as close to his tracks as it will let me, and it was rough trying to get that to work. It's only going to cost us 48k to build. If we can't double track it all, we can always send it down to a single oh, I don't believe it, guys. Are you serious right now? We can double track that. Well, let's put it in there in case something else changes. But yeah, I kind of like that. Do I want to spend money on double tracking this one? It seems a bit excessive, but I'd like to set it and forget it if we can. Oh, it's beautiful. I don't know how we managed to squeeze in there, but some wiggle jiggling. And by wiggle jiggling, it's putting a point in a piece of track and just shifting up and down and moving left and right for what feels like eternity when I'm recording, which is why I edit that out. Now, the problem with having two stations is you're going to need 160,000's worth of repairs, repair buildings, but possibly worth it to keep congestion down. We can maybe head out of there as well for Cambridge, which might be an idea to keep them separated, which I believe they go out of Liverpool Street, don't they? I think. So that could be Liverpool Street, perhaps. Maybe. Maybe. How are we doing now? We've got Birmingham growing. And the stuff we can take to Cambridge would be clothing, which is a long way down the list, isn't it? Clothing. Yeah, not until 50,000. Birmingham is growing, though. That's amazing. Yeah, should we change this one to mixed then? That would take meat and beer, and then we still only need one line. I really like this mixed approach for this a lot. And I'm going to change it because the grade was not there to the Jenny. And get a nice refund as well. Should we hook up Cambridge then? We might still be able to reuse that same bridge. Getting a station in here early and giving us access to our vegetables over here, which London might already require. We need to lay of the land though. Where do we want to sit on this? I mean, there's no real nice way. You've got the best place, Mr. AI. I guess I'll just sit down here. Shall I? Yes, I have. Right, we'll hook up you. We could utilize the supply tower over here, perhaps. Yeah, and we can utilize the same bridge and then scoot over. I don't know how pleasant it'll be. If we can get it close to max. I mean, that's not a bad price, is it, for getting into London and utilising the existing supply tower. Yeah, we're going to really struggle to get round there without a 2% grade. Perhaps if we came in... Oh, that was horrible. Perhaps if we came in like that, it's a little bit out the way, but I'm trying to save a bit of money here. Yeah, this isn't too bad, and we can utilise this station instead of that one. And send out multiple trains that way. Yeah, I do like it. Since we are going to be setting up multiple trains, I believe, we're going to need to bring that vegetable place into play, aren't we? Sooner rather than later. I'll take 31 miles an hour. I believe it's this corner. 33 on the outside. I mean, it sort of makes sense coming into London, doesn't it, anyway? Yeah. How much is that going to cost us? Double track, only 119. I like it. Lovely gridirons. Oh, yeah, we only need one. Did I put one on here? Yes. Did I even set the train up? Of course you didn't, you plonker. Right, Dover to London. Now, this one, we've got to get 90%, isn't it? 90% of travellers take the train from London to Dover. So we need to appeal to them. And I guess we don't want to fill up with... what do you take? What do you have? You have beer. Oh, they won't take freight anyway. So, yeah, this might be a good excuse to have the express train, because its popularity will be higher, won't it? Let's build it, and we can hit play on that until we have enough money. Let's just take a look. The popularity is 116% for the Jenny Lind, but 129% for the Iron Duke. Now, the dining car just increases ticket revenue. I don't believe it increases the popularity anymore. No. Does the caboose? No. We can afford the caboose, though. So... maybe a bit of extra power, we get it there faster, won't we? I'm going to go for it, guys. I'm going to go for it. Let's turn you into an express then. We have no need to take freight back. And hopefully we meet that 90%. Where is Dover? Dover? Why can I not see Dover? Oh, we're at Dover Grand. You'll be looking forever. Oh, London is what you want. Yeah, we need this to... Which one is it? Passengers. We want this one to read 90% of the 21 people per week that wish to get to London. Enjoy it. We've got many, many people on there. They're obviously heading over to other cities as well. So, providing we can do this. Dover is shrinking, so that's done well for Dover. Let's check on what London would like, and then we can give them all that, perhaps, next time out. There is all of our competitors. I would say it's a good place to end it, guys. And we'll just quick check on what you are requiring. There are our vegetables, and fortunately, I decided to throw our bond at East Anglia. Oh, the music's brassy. Alright guys, we are heading to Dover. I wanted to see what that track's like on board. It's a short one, so only a short cab ride today. I was going to send us on the Cambridge one, but I cancelled out of that, didn't I, to make sure we were doing the actual one for the task. So we'll put that back on. We will have the funds, as we can see up there. And once we load it up, what a beautiful view. Guys, lots to do when we come back, as per usual. Thank you for watching. And until next time, field, take care.